Hi, I'm Hank Butts, Vice President of the Commercial Division. As of 2019, we've been doing TPR at ST Wooten for 5 years. We've proven that this is a daily part of how we run our business. Operator care has become routine. That's a good thing and not so good thing. On the one hand, a routine is good because we do it every day. But sometimes we start missing the details. When you sweep the floor, it can be easy to miss the corners. It's why we need to go back to basics for operator care. We're going to make sure we're all on the same page, because if we don't know the standards, how are we supposed to follow them? Today, Ken Edwards is going to go over some of those standards.
It's important to do TPR each day because you get in front of the problems that may occur at the end of the day. Somebody could use your equipment after you leave. You don't know what's going on with it. You walk around your machine, you inspect it out, you find problems that could be bad later, you fix it now, and we're good to go. Right now, we're getting ready to do a checklist on this D5. Okay, we're gonna fill out this checklist this morning. We're gonna start by the equipment number. We know it's 772, today's date. We'll get to the engine hours when we get inside. We're gonna start by the engine oil. You come in here to the compartment. Okay, we're gonna check the oil. We'll pull the dipstick out. Wipe the oil off. Okay, you have your low at the bottom, your high at the top. Anywhere in between is good. Below or above is not so good. Reinsert it. Pull it back out and check your level. Okay, you can see that there's just below the high mark, so we're good to go. To check your coolant, it's a little hard to see. You have to look up in here in the pit, and there's a low mark and a high mark. Just make sure your fluid's in between. Continuing with the checklist, here's your sight glass for your hydraulic fluid. Look in there, there's a high and a low mark in there. Make sure you're in between. While you're back here, you want to check your hoses and your grease lines and everything. Make sure everything's intact, not leaking. If you have a greaser, check the greaser. Make sure it's got plenty of grease in it, and you're good to go. Okay, it's important to check your lines right through here and on the side and in the front here for when you're backing up, rocks fly up in here. It can tear your grease lines. Just want to make sure everything's intact and not leaking. When you get inside the cab, you want to check your seat belt. Make sure there's no frays, no holes in it nowhere. Check your tab, make sure it's good and still in date. Right here, get your fire extinguisher. Okay, this fire extinguisher here, we know it's good until March of 2019. It has been signed off the 1st of December. You want to make sure your gauge is good, your tag is good, your pin. You want to look in here, take this off, make sure it's clear and clean, because you don't want to be caught without it. And those of you that don't know your TPR standards, if you have any questions, refer back to them. Okay, now this is another part of your inspection. You want to turn it on, crank it up, what have you, what you may want to do. You need to check your windshield wipers, your headlights, make sure all the lights is working properly. You want to look at, make sure you have plenty of fuel. If your machine is equipped with DEF, you need to make sure you have plenty of DEF. Okay, before we start this thing up, you're gonna put your seatbelt on first. Make sure it's good and caught. And then you're gonna fire it up. Okay, just remember your TPR checklist and you're good to go.
TPR works. In the last 5 years, we've proven that it works. We keep our equipment up to standard and we have lower cost. TPR results in less downtime and better efficiency, so we're more competitive. The better we do as a company, the more we can invest back into you. It works thanks to your dedication, your attention to detail. We're always guided by the TPR standards, so don't be afraid to ask questions, review the standards, and help your coworkers. Together we'll achieve one vision because we are one company.